So it will be doing a task in 15 minutes time, 15 minutes state, right? So how does one do it? I say the people who come to me, my clients, they are actually bothered about their time, and many are stressed about their time management and the amount of time that they have. They actually overestimate. It is somebody says it is 2 hours, but it is not actually 2 hours. It is he has something um, um, around 15 minutes only, and he actually overestimated the time to be 2 hours because it is not there, not existing. So he has planned for 2 hours, right? In fact, it was just 15 minutes that he or she had, and they plan for 2 hours. So obviously they get stressed, and as a result they become stressed, right? So overestimating is one of the estimate why one of the reason why one gets stressed, and one doesn't achieve as much as one should or one has estimated because of wrong calculation of time, right? So that is the first thing. One needs to be very realistic about the estimation of time. Like, so many times we see that we in a week it is 168 hours, and we spend say 35 hours in sleeping, say uh, 37 hours in doing something, some 40 hours in something else, but we still have 37 hours at our disposal. That is what they estimate. And everywhere mm, you are getting advised um, about managing your time well and utilizing your time well. You should know that the time is actually uh, it is vanishing somewhere because you are not keeping track of your time. So that actually creates a lot of stress. You need time for yourself, right? To give yourself time to relax is something very very essential. You are not sleeping during that time, but you are just withdrawing yourself from one task and preparing yourself to indulge into another task, right? So that flexibility the mind needs to have to be more productive. So that is why in my course, I don't say it as maximization of effort. I say it is performance optimization. You have to optimize yourself to be more productive. Right? So that is the logic behind performance optimization. And so mm, when you actually estimate your time, it is about your mindset, what you have been learning, what you have learned so far. You need to unlearn also, because no, you have to be very comfortable with giving yourself time to relax, right? And you should not be apologetic uh, about giving yourself time. So then actually the 37 hours that you still have at your disposal, out of that you can 50% assign for your relaxation. Your own mind needs to chill, and that is where you have invested that time, and that is perfectly okay, right? So accept that. In fact, yesterday I was speaking to one of my clients, and he was saying in a week uh, he has already written 35, but he has published 22 blogs. I said in a week 22 is too many, and he should give credit to himself, right? And because he didn't think that he has done so much, and because 35 was might be he had given himself a target about 35, and so he's not able to accept 22, you know. So see the scenario. This is how the mind works, and we, in order not to be procrastinating about our time, we are pushing ourselves too hard. So the balance is very very necessary. optimization is necessary rather than pushing to the maximum, right? So that is the mindset issue that one needs to take care. And yeah, so then suppose everybody is saying that you have to do everything whatever you love, so so that you can stretch yourself to infinite hours of time, right? Now here what happens, you cause yourself burnout because you indulge in things that you are you love to do, right? So somebody else was discussing with me that it is about content creation, right? So the person loves content creation so much, and I gave him some trick about how to easily do content creation, because the it is all about our own experience. Like when we are creating content, and it has to, if it has to be flowing content, then it has to have a bit of our own lives occurrences, right? And so uh, when you talk about whatever has happened with you actually go overboard, right? You keep on remembering and writing down it, and in a day so much happens that you cannot possibly capture. And if you start kind of analyzing all that, why that all those things have happened, and everybody encourages you to analyze your day, right? So that is why you do journaling also. And because you like the entire thing, you go overboard and you tire yourself out. So that is the second thing. And suppose you do go overboard, you tire yourself with fatigue so much so that for the for the next 7 days you might not be working at all, because you are so satisfied with whatever you have done today, right? So then your productivity is gone. And when you are sharing yourself, this is a very good trick. Just now I have learned, because I was sharing this with, like, say, I had been having 2 bad days and bad experiences. Those are usual for my mentor. So he was okay. He was, like, say, I didn't call him. I actually messaged, texting him about the bad and the good thing that has happened with me. So just I was trying to share with him that my success and my failures were part of his journey also. So that was my perception, but not his. He is actually busy with somewhere else, and he needed some other input to come to his life to be more productive, and it is perfectly okay. All of us are in need of something, some other input rather than the input that we are giving. So so when we are sharing, the important thing here is, like, see, when you are sharing about your achievements, you be crisp. You talk in as little words as possible. So use very, very, like, you have to be miser in words when you are telling about yourself. But when you are telling to yourself, you have to be very, very elaborate, right? You need to tell yourself what all has happened, and ensure that you don't tell it to anybody else. The apart from yourself, the other person is not interested in uh, what you have achieved. Those nuances are your learning. And if the other person is in the same similar kind of journey, he or she might read whatever you have written somewhere. So it is very important to write down your journal, so that it might be of help to that person someday, but not right now. Face to face, whatever is happening with your mind, whatever learning you are having, because the other person is not in the same journey, he will not appreciate, and it will kind of put you off. Why to do that? So use as little word as possible while sharing about yourself. But be elaborate when you are knowing the other person. Right? So when you are sharing a pain, obviously it has to be very crisp. When you are sharing your joy, you be still crisper. You use still less words, you know. But when you are sharing pain, the other, then allow the other person to be elaborate and ask as many questions as possible so that the other person gets to elaborate and you know the other person well to be able to suggest a solution, right? Right. So it is our job, right? We write, we mentor, and we listen, and we counsel, and that is our job. And we capture as much as possible. The experiences are invaluable. It will kind of enrich the other person. So right now, what whatever is happening, let's say it is not this pain, whatever is happening inside you, and the joy. Both of these are your journey, part of your journey. So keep them within yourself to express in a journal, and that will be read by somebody, and the entire scenario or the description of it will kind of find out a way for the other person. So that's it. And when you do this, actually you will be able to do your thing. When you understand all these perspectives that I have shared here today, it will help you to complete your task in 15 minutes time. How? Because it will kind of train your brain to flip flop within no time. So it will not take time to kind of deliberate on one scenario. So the moment you see, you kind of find something depressing, it takes you a nanosecond to switch over to a happier mindset. It is that that training of yourself that makes you effective, and that training you need to give yourself so to be effective. The quicker you change your stages, change your positions, change your mindsets, change your state of mind, the more effective and productive you will be. So this is Sangeeta, and I have a course in performance optimization. Everybody has a different kind of problem. Every day we will have different problems, and how to deal with those problems. It starts from time management to mind management, right? So this is the course, and there are simple tricks which you need to mm, give yourself, find out for yourself to be productive. And of course it takes practice. Of course it takes practice, and that is the main crux of the entire course. Otherwise the tricks everybody knows, right? So if you think that it will be useful for you to get into that course, then get in touch with me. If you like this video, then please go ahead and like and subscribe to this video, and see you. Thank you.